A glimpse of a strange city, and moving forward from darkness. Next on the Adventurers Guild. On the continent of Volanta, in the city of Takar, there is a place where heroes are forged. Where legends are built one story at a time. What you do with this opportunity is in your hands, and the hands of fate. The Adventurers Guild. Hello, and welcome to the Adventurers Guild. I'm your host and Dungeon Master Paul Cosca, and you are watching a weekly D&D anthology show, and we are so happy to have you. This is episode 5 of our current mission, the House of Whispers, and though a lot has happened, I'm going to catch you up on all of it in just a minute. For now, let's go ahead and say hello to our players. Hello, players.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
So we had a pretty dramatic turn of events in our last episode. Do you think that your characters will be bringing along some guilt from that?
No, because it was our friend. I'm sure Liam will make us feel guilty by shaming us from afar, but we will. I don't think so.
No,
I've dealt with people like this before. Denra has, and it's never good.
Sadly, it was in my mind. It was either going to happen right then and there, or it was going to happen soon enough. Like they were not going to stop following, even if we tried to get away. So
yeah,
all right.
I don't know. It's a big bummer.
Okay. All right.
That was confusing. That seemed like a reaction on one part to going after the guys, and on the other part of losing James. That was Zach's perspective was on losing James. Chris's perspective was on killing all of these guys after they were no longer fighting us.
I made it a little vague on purpose.
That's true.
That's fair, I guess. That's a good point.
There are plenty of things that could produce some guilty feelings that happened, and that's.
So maybe Denra would feel guilty, since that actually is a good point, since I went to that immediately. Huh. All right. I kind of like that. Goddamn, Nico.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into the recap. The party is headed towards the village of Eldinar in the Southern Wilds on a quest to find more information about and perhaps rescue guild member Denra's missing children. Along the way, the party was joined by former guild member James, who was drastically transformed after making a deal with a powerful entity. James had promised Denra that he would help her find her children, and was doing all he could to fulfill that promise. As the party was leaving the small village of Merilay, they were met by an armed group from the Church of the King Ascendant, who demanded to take James to try to help him free his soul. When he refused, a fight broke out, and James was killed in the battle. The party watched as his body suddenly burst into flames. In the next few minutes, the rain continues to pour down. Thunder drowns out the sounds of screams as the last 2 members of the paladin group are cut down. The mud on the road takes on a maroon color as fresh blood is spilled. The ashes that were once James Roseheart mix in with the mud of the road and are soon indistinguishable. All that was James on the material plane is now gone. The bodies of the paladins are looted quickly, and the party moves on. Driven by the rain, by pain as well. Any conversation you might want to have is drowned out by the storm. Finally, as the gray day turns a little darker with the dusk, the rain starts to let up as you make camp under a canopy of trees. So you are here at camp. It's not too difficult to find a spot, and you're able to to feel secure about your location and light a fire. There's still some rain falling, but it's definitely let up quite a bit. And here under these trees, you feel pretty protected from it. Is there anything that you would like to be doing here at camp this evening?
Denra would be like fashioning some kind of like a marker or something to place on a tree near here for James as a just kind of a remembrance of some kind, since we weren't able to recover a body.
Okay.
She's just kind of gotten sticks and nice rocks around the area, or some things, or some berry branches, and has fashioned just a little druidic symbol that her daughter taught her to make.
Okay. So Denra sets to work on that.
Yeah, Crickstump's just doing his best to find firewood for fire. Like he's worried about, getting through the night.
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Yeah. 17.
Yeah. Outside of this canopy, everything's pretty wet, but within the vicinity, you do find quite a few large fallen branches, and even unearth a pretty dried out chunk of tree that definitely will do through the night.
Liam would probably just kind of help Denner out with the remembrance thing for James, because he does, with his stuff, he's got experience with proper rites and stuff like that based off of the trees and everything like that, so he would just be in assistance with that.
Okay.
So it was all part of his old past too. So
over the next 40 minutes or so, you two are able to fashion a very nice looking marker from some of the nearby thin branches and some vines.
I would make it kind of look like it was maybe like two outstretched wings, feathered wings. Just gather like some fallen feathers from around.
Sure.
Just as a bit of flavor.
I'm not going to make you roll a performance check on that. That seems
Appreciate
a little cruel in the moment.
The sentimental performance checks, yeah.
You roll a 1 and it bursts into flames.
How apropos.
Yeah, right. Oh, jeez, yeah, that's true.
Just drop it into the fire. No.
it's all covered in mud. It's really bad.
It's great.
Looks like a toddler made it.
Well, I mean, if Denra's child did show her how to make it, then
she was a druid. Shush. She could just do it with a cantrip and make it. She just showed me how to do it by hand.
Yeah, Crick can't even do that.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, over the next 40 minutes, you're able to make something you're pretty happy with out of the nearby branches and vines and other kinds of things.
Denra would kind of, in the middle of like making like the main like spine of it, I guess, that would hold the wings, she would just kind of, in the middle of working, not even look up at Liam and just say, still think that they were good people that we dealt with there? Kind of killed a man and while he was down. Not the best kind of way to deal with those kinds of things.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true. They were simply people that were doing what they thought was best, I suppose. We can disagree with that. That's certainly fair, but, they also were no longer involved with us anymore after that, so,
They would have come back. You do know that, right?
Why would they come back?
Because they're brainwashed by this ridiculous church. I've dealt with these kinds of people before. they call you demon just because of the way you look, because of your bloodline. It's just, I've definitely dealt with enough of that to be able to understand where they're coming from, and the fact that they would not stop because of their divine right to clear these demons from the world. It's horrible. But
I suppose it's true, but I mean, it's good of a person that James was. He did make a choice that made him a target in their eyes, so you kind of have to deal with that.
I don't know. These people, they're just blind. They don't see that this is a person struggling. They're going to their way of helping would have just they did what they were going to do. They were just going to kill him. There's no way they could have purified, like,
Hard to say.
I don't know.
We chose to go with a more aggressive approach. Not necessarily certain that would have been the answer that they went with either. So
I admit it was a knee-jerk reaction, yes, but I don't know. It's just something about those kinds of people. Just makes me angry.
People look for answers in all kinds of things. I suppose that's what they were looking for in their lost minds, and well, poor James paid the price for it. So there you go.
Thank you for your help. I know you didn't know him very well, but it's good of you to at least help with the remembrance. Just make sure you tuck the feathers in. Don't fold them in too heavy. We don't want to snap them, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything else that you would like to be doing this evening at camp?
Just getting a rest in. I am beat.
Yeah, I'll take first watch if watch is needed.
Okay. You rest, regain back whatever you'd expended in the battle on that day, and for the first time in several days, your dreams are absent of fire. That fire that had plagued all the edges of your mind is now gone. It is, sad to say it, a more restful night of sleep than you've had in several days.
I would say that Denver would probably cry at the loss of warmth and from those fires. She took solace in it because she knew that meant James was near. So,
as morning comes, Crickstump, go ahead and roll a d8 for me.
Can you describe it in the Rock's voice?
Yeah.
That's
I'm definitely gonna be asking it.
Yeah, I figured that was the case.
That is an 8.
Okay.
Hey, amazing Weatherstone. We gonna do better than tomorrow or than yesterday?
You pull the amazing Weatherstone out and ask your question, and the disembodied voice answers back to you. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be a wonderful day today. Oh, you gotta pack those coats away, 'cause you're gonna get sunshine the whole day through.
Look at that.
Thank you, amazing Weatherstone.
It's growing on me. I think it's nice. I didn't like it at first, but I like it now. You know.
Don't lie, Dinner.
No. I'm not. I think it is growing on me. It is nice and very useful.
And indeed, it is correct. The weather clears up.
It's always correct.
The roads are still extremely muddy from the storm that came through the day before. But the sun is shining enough that there's just like a little bit of like steamy shimmer coming up off of the mud and wet grass. Yeah, it makes it a little humid as you get through into midday.
This is Crickstump's kind of weather.
Yeah. It's very, very cricky. You travel for the next day.
Perfect mushroom grown weather.
Yeah. Fairly uneventfully. After, as you're approaching, evening of that next day, the road starts to dry out as you leave where the storm had hit. And you travel for another half a day until you find the point on your map and on the road where you see the diversion in the road that heads towards Etkern. You can see on your map that going straight south from here will take you pretty directly to the Southern Wilds. And a day and a half to the west of here will take you to Etkern.
Well, I figured since we got these things from the guild and we're going to be near here, we might as well check this place out.
Yeah, seems like a good idea.
And I like gnomes. I've met some pretty nice ones in the past. They're very, they can really party. It's crazy. At least the ones I've met. They're awesome. Anyway.
Okay. Then you, at about midday, start taking the road headed west towards the gnomish city of Etkern. Another uneventful night on the road. A couple of carts pass, but nothing too dramatic. It seems that fate has allowed you some safe passage for a while. At right before dusk of the next day of travel, you crest a hill, quite a large one, and down in a valley below, you finally catch sight of the city of Etkern. For a city of gnomes, it is shockingly large, tall even. You see buildings probably taller than you've ever seen for some of you. Looking to be 10, 15 stories tall. There are bright lights illuminating almost every window, and there look to be thousands of windows all over the city. The city is illuminated here at dusk. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check.
What?
Denver just had a thought, oh, I won't have to duck into doorways anymore. Or probably will still, but that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Liam.
That's a natural one.
Okay.
That is bad.
Crickstump.
Well, it's okay. We're here for him. I got a 24.
And I got a 23.
All right. Liam, as you crest the hill, you just step directly into horseshit.
Ooh.
Oh.
And it's very distracting.
That's gross.
Just ankle deep.
I thought you were gonna say whenever you walk uphill and it's been muddy and you just hit that one patch and you just slip.
That's
You
the
just
worst.
go down.
Not quite that serious. Just horseshit.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're not really focused on looking. You're just getting shit off your boots. But Crickstump and Denra, you can see from here some kind of mechanical thing, and you can't really identify it from this far out. But you see what looks like some kind of cart careen down from one tall building and around another, looking to be probably 100 feet in the air.
On some kind of railing?
It looks to be like some kind of railing. Yeah,
That's
it's tough to
cool.
tell from here, but that's what you see.
Right. That's cool.
You figure another 20 minutes and you'll be at the city proper.
Holy shit, that's insane. I've never... What? They built this close to the wilds? That makes sense. You gotta kind of build tall to be able to... Wow! She's just kind of rambling on about everything she sees.
Yeah, Crick is more stupefied than anything. Just like, wow.
So much civilization.
And
All
Liam, you
right.
finally get all the shit off your boot.
Alright, cool.
You head down into this valley, and as you approach the outer walls, again, it's all much bigger than you would expect, and it looks even bigger up close. You approach these outer walls, large stone walls that seem to have steel structures within them. There is a human-sized doorway in the wall. So, Denver, you do still have to duck a little bit.
God
but,
damn it! I figured.
Well, Denra and Liam.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Actually, as we enter the town, I think Liam actually would use his disguised self to take on his half-elf form.
Does that physically make you shorter? I think it
It
only
does
makes you
for-
look shorter.
No, for furbolgs it does.
That's interesting.
Um,
I love that.
So you shrink down a little bit so you can comfortably get into this doorway, and you head on inside. You can see that as you duck into the doorway, there is right inside this gate. There's a like a little open window just right in with a gnome that looks out and says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to Edkern, travelers.
Howdy.
Can I ask you to state your business here?"
Yeah. Do we just? Are we supposed to just show the?
Listen, we're heading to the Southern Wilds, but we just kind of diverged over here because we heard there was this grand gnome city over here. We honestly had to check it out.
And I have him roll an insight check.
I mean, that's not really a lie.
He says, so just tourism then? Is that what I'm to understand?
No, we got business otherwise, but we're definitely here to check out the city too.
Anything you need to declare? Any particularly strong magics, powerful weaponry, explosives, etc.?
Should we check ourselves if we're magic users? If we're spellcasters, should we?
Well, no, I mean like particularly, we're not worried about your standard run of the mill kind of magics. We're looking for like if you're bringing in a gigantic bomb or things that cast wish or something like that. Something that could devastate the entire city and leave it in ruins. That kind of thing.
No,
No.
I don't think any of us have anything like that.
Hold on, let me.
My personal experience.
Hold on, let me check my pack. Hold on. Hey, I'm making sure I got.
Well, it'll
it.
be much more trouble if we find it later on than right now. That's for sure.
Yeah. And as I'm digging through, I kind of set like a totem over here just to make sure. Set my amazing weatherstone down. I'm just digging through. And
Put
then
in a little box. They send it through a scanner.
yeah, and I actually while I'm digging through, I actually grabbed the 3 pieces of glitter gold and set it up too. Just on the counter while I'm just making sure I got nothing in there.
He definitely takes note of that. Doesn't say anything, but he does take note.
Okay.
Gives a nod.
Nope, I think I'm all good.
Okay, all right. Well, you all you take care of yourselves, and you said this is your first time here in Edkern.
Yes.
Yes, you're about right, yeah.
Most
Okay.
definitely.
Is there anything I might be able to help you with in terms of like finding a way around and such?
Where would we go for lodging for a night?
That's a good question.
Well, for folks of your stature, let me tell you a little bit about the way the city works. There is a section of the city that's kind of for the people who don't live here. You understand?
It's a tourist section. I got it.
Essentially, yes, and everything else is. He looks up and you can see these towering structures. For up higher is where the people who live here tend to be and to work. But we've got a lower section for folks who are just visiting, and this path will just lead you straight there. We do have a lodgings for folks that are from out of town and for folks of, your statures. It's a place just called Inn and Tavern. We made it very simple so people wouldn't get too confused. You'll find that just at the end of the path. And you'll find a variety of shops kind of around the area that do a bit of catering towards outside folks.
Yeah, all right.
Thank you.
Pretty
Thank
good.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, you're welcome. And he just kind of settles back in.
We continue on, and as we get out of earshot, I'll be like, seems a little, I don't know, judgmental. Very like
No. I
assumed a lot of other people, seeing like they were, I don't know. It's just weird. Gave me a weird vibe. but I don't know.
I don't know.
So as you are walking, what's in this right inside the wall here is almost like a large open air hallway. Like it's walls on either side that kind of funnel you in on this path, and you can see around you these huge towering structures that you really don't know how you would get to those at the moment. It almost feels like there's this kind of insulated area that is for people who are visiting. You go down the path a ways, and it opens up into this large square, like a big town square. And you can see there are a number of buildings around, and even here in the evening, there are quite a few people walking through the square. A lot of gnomes, but also a lot of other kinds of folks. Definitely looks to be like where the tourists hang out. There is a large gold statue in the middle of the town square, and then buildings all around. Most of them look to be like shops, most likely.
Well,
can I walk up to the statue and check out what it is?
Yeah. Yes, you walk up to the statue. It looks to be a gnome. Like, it's a really beautiful looking statue. And the gnome is holding a large gold scepter, and on a plaque underneath the statue it says Garl Glittergold.
Crickstump just reacts like, "Hey, we got hit. Oh, you guys know. We got his favor money.
what are you talking about?
His last name.
Oh. Denra didn't put that together until just now. Oh.
Can I do,
Okay.
Paul? This is not going to go well. Can I do a history check to see if I know anything about this gentleman?
Sure. Actually, make it you can do a history or religion.
It's 0 either way. So. So that's a good old
Liam
9.
Yeah, you all can make that check if you wish. You're all looking
Yeah.
at the statue, I assume.
14.
15.
Crickstump, you're not sure.
I just recognize the last name because
You're too overwhelmed by the city.
Liam and Denra, it's a name that kind of like sounds familiar, and you're pretty sure it's some kind of like gnome deity, but you don't really know the particulars.
Okay.
You just know it's somewhere, this is probably a god statue.
Okay. Alright.
It's very
Hey,
well made.
That's interesting. It's a kind of a god statue there, Crickstump. It's, some kind of, individual that the gnomes worship, seems to be. So, that's kind of what it looks
Glitter
like.
gold.
Yeah.
That is
All right.
Maybe a god of like trading and commerce, maybe something like that.
you know what, Denner? If I had to take a guess, you probably would not be far off.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
the city like this, it's kind of built around it, and it's kind of weird that like they're very separated from the other races. Like, are we not allowed to go to the other parts of the city?
I don't know if we're not allowed.
Is it just because we can't fit?
Well,
I would think there's a large part of it is that we can't fit.
That's probably what it. That's just. Oh, okay, I get it now.
Well,
There's
I mean,
that's a
I
lot
can
of
fit.
buildings, but they're probably like a lot of different homes, like stacked all together. and they're small enough so that it works. I kind of like that now.
All three of you go ahead and roll another perception check.
That's a nat 1. I'm just too stuck in my
moving around.
explanation of what I think this whole place is about.
18.
17.
Okay. Yeah, Denry, you get lost in thought, staring at these buildings.
Yeah.
And Liam and Crickstump, you see it again, and Liam, you now get a chance to see more up close. Another one of these, the closest thing you have to kind of relate to what you're looking at is like a mine cart, that swoops down from one very tall building and into another, probably 70, 80 feet in the air. And you both can see that there are people in there, just riding in between the buildings.
What kind of is it? Like residents of the city? Like, are they gnomes or is it? Or can we not tell?
They're probably gnomes from what just kind of logically.
Okay.
You could guess that they're gnomes.
Well, from there, maybe it makes more that they just simply do all of their dealings and work above ground.
Right.
That's true. I mean,
Not sure exactly what it's for or what is inside the buildings, but
it
looks like they don't really do a lot of work on the ground floor of everything.
it's probably just kind of a fast sort of travel across the city sort of method. If I had
you
to
guys
take a
talking about
guess.
the rails?
Yeah, there's rails up there.
Oh yeah. I wondered
Just figured
about
out
those.
theory is all,
I'm sure they don't have one big enough for us, Liam. But that'd be fun.
Well, I can always wild shape down, so I can.
Yes,
I can
thank you, Crickstump, for reminding us.
As you also for Crickstump and Liam, with your high enough rolls, you can start to identify some of the businesses around here. You do spot one place that definitely looks like a general goods kind of store. And you can see pretty close to here a place that, even from a distance, looks like such a classically styled inn and tavern.
Perfect.
In a city full of stone buildings.
Made of wood.
This one is, in fact, made of wood.
I love that.
It's made like a log cabin.
Fucking brilliant.
Get out.
It has
love it.
like torch sconces on the front, whereas
Even-
they're the only
even though-
torches around.
I was gonna say most of the city's probably electricity. in
That or
some-
like
in
magical
some
light,
fashion.
yeah.
Yeah.
Everything else seems to have some kind of might be magical kind of luminescence, and these are just torches on the front. But there are also some other businesses that you could go explore if you wish.
I mean, we can always do that after we. I'm gonna go check in to the inn.
Let's get a room.
In
To the inn.
into the inn and tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, Denver will follow.
All right. You head into the inn.
The inn.
And it is picturesque is really the word for it. It might look a little fake, but is also really lovely. Everything is wood. The tables are wood. The benches are wood. Everything's polished really, really well, except for some stones around the fireplace, which look to be, covered in soot, just like you would expect. The bar top looks to have been like one large piece of wood that was like beautifully cut and polished. There are a number of people in here, probably 20 or so. Most of them are not gnomes. But you do
I'm
see a
guessing
couple of gnomes.
most of the gnomes in here are probably the ones behind the bar, like actually working here.
Interestingly enough, no. There is one gnome that's behind the bar, but the rest of the staff are not gnomes.
I am sorry. I made that judgment call.
But there are a few
What
gnomes.
you assume, Zach?
Amidst the tables. You do see one gnome, a sideways gnome, as it is. You do see one gnome sitting here at the inn and tavern, who is sharing a drink with what looks like some out-of-towners. She looks very, very light and seems to be telling a very animated story. And Josie, you do in fact see 3, and you can tell this right away. These 3 are adventurers.
Out of towners.
Not just tourists, but adventurers.
What? Do we have blood on our hands? What's going on?
Adventurers look different. Adventurers carry themselves differently. Adventurers are typically armed to the teeth.
Speaking of which, how long have we been in town?
You've been in town about 30 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you're still disguised.
Still looks like a half elf.
Don't worry, you're not gonna go like whoop 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 whoop. You're not gonna like eat a mushroom from Mario and just get.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. So that's what you see. 3 of you walk in. Room full of out-of-towners, a handful of gnomes. All 3 of you, go ahead and make a perception check.
And now I get it. That's a
Hey!
it's a nat 1 for me.
Yeah, we're just passing it around. Got a 14.
I got a 17.
Okay. Crickstump, you are just enamored by this charming.
Oh, I'm listening to this
Cottage of a
story.
Oh yeah, you go right over.
Liam,
all I
you
hear.
note that the bartender here
Hey, bartender.
is a tall female that definitely looks elven, and you are quite sure is a drow. Very, very pale, and nothing to hide that fact. Very pale, almost white eyes, almost white hair.
Yeah. Well, all right then.
What would the 3 of you like to do?
Intimidating
Crickstump,
drink.
did you head over to listen to Josie's story?
Oh yeah.
Denver's going to get some wine from the bar.
Okay. Josie, what kind of story would you tell to entertain out-of-towners?
Okay, so listen. There was a honeycomb and an ass. And then the honeycomb got so sticky and then you guys see this like little duck come from under the table and kind of sticks his head up and kind of looks around and just goes whack and just and then slithers down and then everyone bursts out laughing. Yeah, sorry, Bombay, he takes all my jokes away. He does the thing, I do the thing, you know. Bombay, tell him about the time that I did the one thing with the one guy. Bombay, he kind of comes up from under the thing. Quack. Quack, quack. And just goes back
Holy
down.
shit.
And then everyone starts losing. I'm like, yes! Bombay, everyone. Bombay, go get me a drink sometime. And then Bombay just kind of walls away.
And successfully done, the other people listening, the out-of-towners, do buy you a couple of drinks for your story.
Do I notice them? Or notice the adventurers?
Oh, yes.
Mm.
Yes, especially Crickstump has come over to listen as well.
I'm sorry. I must have missed the punchline. I just got over here. Can you do that one more time?
Well, the duck's at the bar, I think.
Oh, if you're looking for a punchline, maybe you should look in the mirror sometime. I don't know. But
Oh,
I
snap.
would like to bring Crickstump really close, whisper in his ear, aren't you a little short to be an adventurer? And as I'm talking to him in his ear, I would like to see what he has in his pocket.
Oh! I fucking love Josie.
Can I make an opposed sleight of hand check?
So
How dare you? You're trying to steal from a former thief? How dare you?
So
Immediately steal
Crickstump,
from her.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, it's perception.
Josie, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Oh,
Ooh,
shit.
a -1. I got this in the bag. A 17, a -1. That's a 16. What do you got?
I got a 17.
Oh!
So
That's
Josie,
gonna be amazing.
you do find a pocket, find something substantial, and pull it out. Crickstump, Josie has your amazing weatherstone.
Oh, amazing Weatherstone. Where did you get one of these from?
Are you literally showing it to me?
Literally.
Yes. It's not very useful. It's like a replacement for a mirror. What do you need a stone for? I would like to do an investigation on the stone to see who made it, to see if I can guess who made it.
You can do that at disadvantage.
Fair enough.
It does just
It
look
is
like
a rock.
That's
Okay.
true. There's no like stand.
Not even a rock lobster.
Are you just kind of like holding it and like palming it and just checking it?
I try to bite it a little bit.
Rock.
I got no luck, by the way.
I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
don't know
make
shit about this.
I'm gonna make I don't even know what kind of check it is, just to like definitely like snatch it back from her.
Yeah, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
All right. Oh, that's a 26.
Woo!
That's a 19 plus 7.
Josie, you can go ahead and make an opposed dexterity check.
Oh, fair enough. Let's see if I got the skills to pay the bills. It's a dexterity check. Oh, that's a -1. I'm not too fast. Okay, it's a 5. -1.
Okay.
Oh,
As you are beginning to talk about the stone, it just disappears from your hand.
Now, I'm just kind of like fiddling it through my hands, just like, wait, which stone were you talking about?
I fucking love it.
Denra, you go up to the bar,
Yeah.
Denra, and your plan is to order some wine.
Yeah, I was gonna get my wineskin filled and then get just a glass for now.
Okay. You head up to the bar and do that. Let me pull up a cost for that. You are looking at 5 silver for a wine to fill up your wineskin. That's going to be 2 gold.
Beat. Got it. I will tip another 2 gold.
She gives you an appreciative nod.
Also, do you to the bartender? Do you have you lived here long?
In the area or in this city?
In the area, I guess.
I have lived in the area my whole life.
Really? Okay. Have you heard anything about like disappearing people, specifically maybe children?
I have not. I have been in the city for many years. News is a bit slow to reach us here.
Okay. Also, DM question. We were told about an orphanage, right? Do I remember that correctly? Am I adding that myself?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Thank
Reports of a large orphanage
you. In the wilds.
in the village. Yes.
Okay. Then I would. And what's the name of the village again? I'm sorry.
Eldinar.
Eldinar. Thank you. Do you know anything about this place, Eldinar? It's we were gonna turn and go that way, but we decided to stop here first.
Yes, it has been a very long time since I was there, but I do remember going there probably maybe 80 years ago.
She kind of looks down and sees the ears and is like, "Oh, right, okay, yes." I was like, "You look very good for your age." That's just surprising.
Well, I'm still several hundred years from needing to worry so much about my age.
Well, I applaud you. I have to deal with it every day, so thank you. But thank you for the wine and for the information. We're gonna be headed there soon.
What are you seeking in Eldenar?
I'll kind of is Liam there at the bar with me? I'll kind of look at him and see if
We've heard reports of an orphanage. It's kind of sprung up there and seems to have a very large amount of orphans in it. Just curious if you've heard anything about that also.
Oh, no, I don't recall there being anything like that when I was there, but then it was, for you folks, quite a long time ago.
right, 80 years. Okay, so yeah.
80? Yeah, it's not too bad.
So it's not that old of an orphanage. That's at least good to know. Thank you. How much are rooms in the inn and tavern?
Rooms here are, we have standard rooms, which are 1 gold. We have deluxe rooms, which do come with dinner and a bath and breakfast, and those are 2 gold.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. I'll take a deluxe, please.
All right,
And,
that will be 2 gold.
Yeah, put down 2 more gold, and then another 2 on top of that as a tip. She's very, very
appreciated.
helpful in her information.
And you, sir, are you looking for a room as well?
Yes, it'd be very valuable for me. And what do you have as far as more heavier items to drink of?
We do have a wide selection of liquors, as well as some heavier stouts available.
You got any dark rums, spice rums, some sort like that?
Yes, we do.
Irish
A
like
shot of rum would be 5 silver.
No problem. And he'll just toss a gold out.
Much appreciated.
No problem.
And you can see that behind the bar, it's like perfectly laid out, perfectly organized. Everything has a place. As she pulls this bottle of rum, you can see, in fact, there's like a little indentation for the bottle in the back bar.
Has to stay exactly there.
And it is very good.
Nice.
Oh,
Much like when you go to Vegas and everything's very fake, but also really delicious.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, but the drinks are free in Vegas.
Well, not the good ones. They're going to water down your drinks if you're playing the slots. Yeah, so it's very good. Josie, go ahead and make for me a perception check.
Oh, a perception check. Listen, perception.
I would have gone to find Crickstump from this afterwards, just so I'm near. Okay, gotcha.
That's a +2.
Yeah.
That's a 16, a +2. That's an 18. That's an 18.
So you can track without too much difficulty that this one that you're talking to is with these other 2 that have got drinks and are coming back from the bar. And they look road weary, they look, their boots are muddy. You can see that the elf among them has all kinds of weapons.
Yeah, the elf.
You can see that
Technically, it's 2 half elves, but yeah.
in a trench coat.
There's 2 elves. Where's the elves? Who's an elf?
Liam looks like an elf right
Yeah,
now.
Liam
Liam looks
disguised
like
as
a
an
half elf right now.
A half
He's
elf,
disguised.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Crickstump is a wood elf, so
Yeah.
And the Minotaur has a very large weapon on her back. So just in general, like, you can clock what these people are about.
Interesting.
what'd you say your name was again?
I didn't have a name, but
You don't have a name?
Well, I do have a name, but
sorry, you just said it wrong.
Here's the thing. I got a proposition for you. You and your friends look like you could use some help around here. Learn around the city, find all the good spots. I bet you look like a man who likes a churro. I feel like you like a churro. So, if you want to know, I could be the guy to give you the know-how, try to help you out.
Listen, no name. I couldn't even tell you what a churro is. Whether or not I want one or not is beyond me. But in terms of showing us around, I don't think you're too off the mark there.
Interesting.
At this time, are both of them?
Denver and
we're walking
Liam
to like a
are
table.
coming up.
Oh, okay. You got a little height to the party. Okay. Oh, okay. Allow me to introduce myself. Hi, hello, hi. Hey, how you doing? My name is Josie Earhart. Remember the name? You're gonna see it on a Broadway sign one day.
What's Broadway?
Don't worry about it. It's way past Albuquerque. But here's my assistant, Bombay. You see a
He's
duck.
adorable. Denra like puts her wine on the table and like gets down and to look at his face and like puts a finger out.
Go ahead and describe Bombay for us.
Yes, please. Describe your whole self.
So Josie is a very elaborate gnome, but not really. It's someone like trying to be sophisticated, but not at all sophisticated. She's wearing like a mechanical suit with belts and all this stuff, but like this very ornate but worthless jewelry upon her neck. And then you have Bombay, which is this duck with a bow tie. And he's carries himself with a little class, a lot more class than Josie, but it's just little Bombay of a duck, if you will. Bombay is going to walk up to Denra.
He's so...
And he's gonna look back at me, and he's gonna go, quack, 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 quack.
What the hell? That's insane.
And then Josie's gonna be like, I would give him a break, Bombay. That's a little harsh. It's a little harsh critique. My good assistant Bombay, he doesn't have a lot of faith in you. He says, these people are gonna get lost. They're gonna get, hurt out here. Look, you already look like you've been through the mud. And I, being the little angel that I am, have come to rescue you. Listen, but it won't be cheap. That's the problem here. Gnome City is not cheap. But I could give you a low discount of 50% off. And that is 20 gold per day just to show you the town. It's a pretty good deal, I'm saying.
Are we like sitting at a table while
Yeah,
this all
you're
is
sitting
happening?
at a table.
Okay, I was like, I figured we all like walked up. I'm like, what are we talking about? I'm very confused. I just met you. You seem wonderful. I love your duck. What is happening? Are you?
Oh, you're a tourist, and I am your tour guide to the city. I'm trying to help you. Listen.
Taurus. Because I'm a Minotaur.
I
thought you said no, but that's
Not
even better.
untrue.
Yeah, I'm not.
Listen,
Or it's not.
the jokes, they write themselves. Do you need some healing? I feel like you need some healing.
I mean, yeah.
Anything broken? Bent?
No, but
No. Come on.
This whole time that's been happening, Crickstump is just glaring at this duck.
oh my god, I want to like take the time to cast because I have the ritual of speak with animals, just to speak with Bronte and be like, "What's your deal?"
Bombay.
Bombay. Sorry,
Bombay.
my bad,
Actually,
Bombay.
while he's sitting there,
God, with names.
Liam is gonna actually use detect magic to see if Bombay is in fact an actual duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
familiar.
I mean, that's solid.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and tell us, not everything, but is Bombay natural, or is there some magic behind?
Bombay is 100% a real duck. He's just a duck.
Who says
It's a
quack in a like sensual voice?
Quack.
Like what?
He's just a duck. No, there's zero magic about Bombay. He's
Correct.
just a duck.
I love your duck.
Yes, but
Looks handsome.
yeah,
His little bow
he's a
tie.
little handsome. Don't you think it's a little,
Are-
handsome?
And you're offering to help us like look around the city? We're not going to be here very, very long. I don't think. I don't
Oh,
really...
come on. Look, I could help you max out your vacation days. You know, you don't want to leave out any unused PTO. Just add a couple days. It'll be fine.
Hey,
you know?
hey,
For the
Josie.
Yeah?
This is no vacation for us.
Yeah.
Oh, no vacation?
Very
So-
much not. So I'd like take a big old swig of wine.
Yeah,
Very much
yeah, we are definitely we got a mission that we're on.
A mission. Oh, a mission. You know, you sound like you're not around here. Where you guys from? Up north? Down south? Back east?
You're kind of right on all three for me.
I can tell. It's the worried eyes, you know? It's all, you look like, all right, I would like to offer Denra a massage.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Just the image of a tiny little gnome giving a minotaur a massage.
Make that at disadvantage.
I mean, I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say no.
Okay, a massage. One's a 12, one's a 18. So persuasion, that's a +3. That's a 15.
Yeah, I feel like for Denra that would be. Yeah, she. What do you? That's wow.
Ah, yeah.
I
Ooh, got a little
I
knot.
didn't know I had a knot right there.
See?
Yep.
You seem
Okay.
stressed.
I like her. I like her a lot.
You carry it a lot in your shoulders. You know, you got to learn to let loose a little bit. You know, feel the rhythm, feel the beats, that kind of thing. Huh?
I like her. Crick Stump, good looking.
Oh, I didn't find her. She would have found us.
That's. Oh yeah. Good point. Oh, damn. Very well done.
Look, consider this a blessing in disguise. Even though I don't have a mustache, I shaved it off this morning. I'm really proud of it. I think you should be proud of me too. So, we hitting the club? Are we hitting the banks? What are we doing?
What? I am.
Huh? Come on.
Just because he can, Liam is going to look down to Bombay, and because he can speak with him, speak with beasts, he will just simply say, "That is an excellent bow tie. I must admit, you got a good bow tie, Red Bombay."
Yes.
He can't understand human response, but
Yeah, like if he speaks back, he won't understand.
he would just quack back at me, but.
Right.
Quack.
Yeah, the very sensual quack. I love it. I actually, I would like, kind of a little half drunk, start to do the ritual for speak with animals, just because I want to speak with him. A duck with a bow tie, like I'm not gonna pass that up. Are you kidding me? So it would take me 10 minutes. So if anybody,
Hey, Josie, can I ask you a question?
Oh, only if I can give you an answer.
Well, I'm pretty sure you can. What's I just point upwards, even though we're inside. What's with those running carts along those tracks up top?
Are you wanting to tell the truth, Josie, or just make something up?
I'm gonna make something up.
Can we roll opposed
Insight, you mean?
I mean,
insights?
I'm not paying attention, so unfortunately.
I mean, that's entirely up to what Josie says.
You know, it's just just traps, you know. Bombay, he used to catch a bunch of rats in this building. Oh, don't tell. The health inspector was here last week, but we did a good job, you know. If you hear any noises, it's just the traps. You know, just don't worry about it. Promise. Mwah.
Yeah, go ahead and make an insight check. Good, Sam.
Yeah.
14.
14.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't make any sense to you.
I didn't mean literally in this building. I meant up around those buildings.
Up around those buildings.
So, Josie, you know what he's talking about, that there are, in the city, very, very high up in the buildings, there are carts and tracks to accommodate the wealthiest individuals in town. There is a status thing, not quite like a caste type of system, but there is definitely a status thing of the higher up you are, the better. And for the absolute wealthiest, they don't come down. They just go from place to place in carts, and things are delivered to them up high in the skyscrapers. You and your family are not nearly that high up.
I figured.
You're like second or third story.
Yeah. Would I know how they work, or had my family worked on them?
Yeah, you would have. I would say that it's fair that some work, probably especially your uncle, would have worked on those from time to time. They're gravity carts, essentially. You know, they go down a slope and use the momentum from that to get from place to place.
Interesting. That means I could ride them, or I've had ridden them someday. Okay, I got ideas now. So, what's the plan here? You want to get up there? You want to go somewhere? You want to? What's the plan here?
I am literally just asking what they are.
Oh, I could tell. You know, I would like to repeat whatever Paul just said to them.
So Josie tells you the truth.
All right. It makes sense. All right.
No, it is like a cat. Okay, that makes sense. I'm still like setting up the ritual.
Well, I mean, Josie, we're really just passing through, hoping to, you know, stock up on some materials and some stuff before we continue on with our mission. As of tomorrow, that's really why we're here. We're not really here to tourist or explore really that much at all. Just saying.
What? You're in the city of Splendor, and you're not gonna explore a little bit? You're not gonna put your hooves up for a little bit? You're not gonna see the sights, do the things?
I turned to Liam. I was like, "You got hooves?"
Oh. Do I know about the hooves? Do I see Denver's hooves?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Put your hooves up. Come on.
I mean, I'm in the middle of something right now, so I can't. But maybe afterwards.
Oh, come on. You got time. What could possibly go wrong?
You know what, Josie? You know what you could help us with right now? You have lived here for a while around these parts?
Unfortunately, my whole life been looking up. You know, wanting to see what the world does, see what the world needs me for.
Okay.
But
alas,
couldn't be me though.
Yeah. What? I don't care about up there. Do you know the surrounding areas around here within a few days? Okay.
Josie, you don't know nearly as much as you would like to about what's outside the city.
I would like to roleplay Josie being extremely overconfident.
Yes.
Okay, I love that.
Absolutely. Just wanted to.
Yeah.
No, we got
extremely overconfident. Yeah, I could do it. What could possibly go wrong?
All right. Do you or anyone you know have any information? We're looking. Zach honestly cannot remember what the name of the town is, even though you just said it like 15 minutes ago.
Eldinar.
We're looking into a place called Eldinar. It's a couple days away from here, and it's out in the wilds, kind of the boonies out there, and we're trying to get some information before we head that way. Anything you know about that place? Maybe perhaps a large abundance of children out that way.
You know what? I know a guy. And he knows a guy who has a brother. And his brother has a wife who's locked up, and she just came out about a month ago. And she was once locked up with another gal who his mom knew about Eldinar. Look, I don't want to say any names, I don't want to say any details, but you guys like lasagna?
What's lasagna?
Josie, I'm gonna give you just a free D6 of inspiration to use for that string of words.
That was incredible.
for the words that just came out of your face. Yes.
So the question was, do you like lasagna?
What is lasagna? It sounds amazing.
Well, I'm going to invite them home for dinner. See if my family can help them out a little bit.
You know what?
Huh?
You know what, Josie? That sounds incredible. Thank you. I mean that sincerely.
Sincerely? This guy, Bombay. This guy. Well, keep an eye out for him, Bombay. See if he does any funny business.
I shoot another glare at Bombay.
By this point, Denra, your Speak with Animals spell is in effect, and Bombay says, "I shall watch him attentively. Nothing will escape my view. I am watching you, elf."
Hey, Bombay.
What?
Holy crap. I don't use this very often, but that's awesome. You are very handsome.
I know.
I just wanted to tell you that. The bow tie really works.
Yes, I know.
And
I know. I can see myself.
Oh, yeah.
I know
yeah.
about mirrors.
In her head, she forgets, like, oh, yeah, I forgot ducks and geese are dicks. But
Yeah.
in her head, she does not say that out loud.
Why do you think Crickstump's just staring at this duck?
Right? Yeah, you know.
And the duck is just like staring back, not breaking eye contact.
Hey, don't be mean to my friend. He's nice. You get to know him, and he's a very nice guy.
I have no interest in getting to know your so-called friend.
Hey, Denver, why don't you tell that duck that he should just waddle away?
I won't, because that wasn't a good insult. Come up with a better one, and maybe. But see, because he's not that bad. He's a handsome guy. Look at the
Handsome, ridiculous. We shall see.
I've met enough ducks in my life. I'm not a fan of them.
I can smell the swamp on him. He's like, he's uncivilized.
Listen, these pond floaters over here, they don't know anything.
You can't
about
hear
the
the
world.
duck.
Yeah, you can't understand what he's saying. All you hear is quack, 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 or quack, quack.
Quack.
I actually, Bombay, why do you? I've never heard a duck quack like that before. Why do you? Is that some special power you have?
It's called manners and civilization.
Hey, I appreciate that. Honestly, didn't even think about it. Thanks.
Those other ducks aren't worth anything but dinner.
Wait, dinner? What?
The house duck?
A house duck? Oh my god. Who's actually eating duck, I guess?
Oh god.
That's what I inferred from that. I don't know.
Most birds will eat.
That is true, actually. That does
Oh,
make
yeah.
Most birds will eat other birds.
Yeah.
This is true.
Yeah, birds are.
You learn something new every day, Bombay. Jesus.
Yeah.
Cannibal.
Listen, Justin, over here on the West Coast, where there's ducks everywhere, nah, they're assholes.
It's a duck eat duck world.
It is.
Yep.
And
And
a
hell,
whole video game around it.
yeah.
So
Game is the best.
you have
Game.
been invited to dinner. Is that something that you were going to?
I regret kind of buying a nicer room, but yeah, I'll go to dinner.
Hey, Hey, there's always second
Yeah,
dinner.
You still get your bath. You'll still get your bath in
Oh,
your
that's
nice
true.
room. It's
You're
just
right,
you
you're right,
just don't need the dinner.
And breakfast.
Or I could eat both, honestly. Kind of sounds nice. Or, I don't know. Yeah, Denver doesn't know how filling lasagna is, so she's not ready for that.
Is the plan to head out right now?
Josie, do you, is it, is it getting kind of close to dinner time at your house?
It is
Well, if
about
it's
dusk
not-
at this point, yeah.
Yeah, if it's not, you could help out. Set the table. Maybe make some lasagna yourself. Get
also-
the recipe,
Do you live in a, she kind of looks awkward, in a home that will accommodate larger folk?
Josie, the answer is most definitely no.
No, sure. It'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Yes. I have a door with your name on it. I have a bed with your name on
Roll
it.
an
Trust
insight
me.
check on that one. Okay.
Sure.
Since I'm
15?
no.
15?
Yeah.
I would say even without a persuasion check, you highly doubt that anything outside of this tourist area will fit you.
I would really love to, Josie. I don't think I could fit in your home, and honestly, I kind of get a little quiet. I know that our friend here looks like a half elf, but he's also pretty big too.
Here's the thing. The only thing that needs to fit is your heart.
That's probably all that could fit physically. So,
And that's the only thing that matters. So what's the problem? What? We can have a little
That's-
picnic outside. It's
I-
not the worst thing in the world.
outside,
You know?
I mean, if you have a space outside that we could definitely, that sounds great. But
Oh, you're acting like you live in a barn. Come on, we'll be fine.
all right, we'll see
I
what it's
have
like.
I have lived in a barn before.
I've slept in one before, yeah, on my travels, but
Don't worry. Fortunately, no cow pies at home. We'll be fine.
Hey,
Promise.
can I get one to go?
I finished my wine off.
Drinking is not allowed in the streets here.
I didn't say that. This just one for
Get
dinner.
a
when we-
plastic
when we
bag
get
or a
there.
paper bag, put it over it.
Yeah, you kind of gather your things together so that you can head out.
Yeah.
You head out into back into the town square. It is lit, illuminated
Yeah, it
in a
is.
way
Lit,
that,
baby.
that you've really never seen before.
Yeah.
Takar is not illuminated like this. Even
What, that garbage city? Yeah.
even the capital city of Bolenthar is not illuminated like this. This is
That dumpster fire? Yeah.
properly
Wow.
lit up. And as you cross the town square with Josie leading the way and never stopping the conversation, the words just motor away from her. With Bombay in the back staring daggers into Crickstump.
Oh, I haven't broken eye contact.
That is where we'll go ahead and end this session.
That's nice.
All right.
Oh boy.
Screw you, Bombay.
All right, we have reached the end of our pre-recorded episodes.
Oh, we're going live again.
The
then.
next
Nice.
time that we are seen
yeah.
here, it will be back live on a Sunday night.
Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So good job, players. I'm going to go ahead and talk to the folks at home.
All right.
All right. Kind of an uplifting episode after all that sorrow and sadness. Thank you so much for watching. We so appreciate being able to share our stories with you. If you enjoy what we are doing, go ahead and check out the Patreon. It's in the description of this video. For just $5 a month, you can help support the channel, support the show, and make it even better for the future. Next time you see us, it's going to be live. We're going to be back on our regular schedule. And we'll see you then on the next episode of the Adventurers Guild.